Hey PRCC fam, it's great to talk to you guys once again. So another day wrapping up here in Poland, and today we actually got to visit two churches that are connected with the Polish Christian Ministries, which is one of our global partners. And I got to visit with Nathan Barry from the Volanoff Church and Adam Dolinsky from West Fellowship Church. And you know, they're kind of on different parts here in Warsaw. And I tell you right now, it's an exhausting day. We were traveling around quite a bit, but I mean, completely worth it. Getting to talk to both these guys was an awesome opportunity, just to kind of see pastors that are on the front line and are really just going headlong into this fight here. And you know, getting to talk to Nathan Barry, I think that was just such a great opportunity to see somebody who has just a pure heart for really just you know, building up community, and he's got such an interesting dynamic right now, because he's got people that are such a diverse you know, surrounding people that he has around him. And so it's interesting to see how he's maneuvering that. It's very interesting, and we'll definitely be able to get more into that later. But then just to get to hear his heart and just his overwhelming emotion to help out the refugees, and how he just absolutely longs to think big for Christ, and how he's really wanting to do something massive here for the kingdom, and especially in potentially buying up a big hotel and fixing it up in order to find permanent residence for some of these displaced Ukrainians. And so, and then we traveled out to see Adam Dolinsky and get to see his church, and it was pretty amazing, because of course as soon as we walk in, man, there's activity going on there, as there are you know, of course currently you know, in the midst of helping people inside their building, and they're actually have their church actually inside of a mall. And so it was really kind of cool to see how that dynamic is playing out, how they're literally have a church, you know, right in the midst of a very busy you know, shopping area, and how that kind of helps to draw potential people in, and especially right now as they gather up resources and funding to try to help with a lot of things going on. But it was incredible getting to hear like all the things that his church is involved in, how, you know, of course, since this crisis has kicked off, his church is just, you know, just plunged headlong into the fight, and how he, you know, he is describing today about how you know, doing this kingdom work wasn't a choice. I mean, he just, like, this is what we do as Christians. And you know, just to hear his emotion, just to see him tear up, to see him so passionate about helping all the displaced people, and just to hearing about, you know, his commitment to continue that fight for as long as it's needed to go. So, because we know, as you know, just as humans, it's so easy for us to kind of lose focus sometimes when we hear of a tragedy and it goes on for weeks and weeks, and we kind of put that on the back burner in our mind. But I mean, he knows, just as a Christian church, we can't do that, and how, you know, they're making that commitment as a congregation to really stay into the fight for long term. And I'll tell you right, it was a completely emotional day, because getting to hear from both of these pastors and getting to hear about really all the things they're involved in was absolutely phenomenal. And getting to hear, you know, of course, their struggles, their pains, but how they're, even through that, or they're finding the hope of Christ in the midst of it all, and how they're rejoicing the celebrations, and how, you know, their staffs are, you know, tired beyond exhaustion and beyond tears, and how they are just you know, they can sometimes just be broken physically, spiritually, and mentally, but they continue to fight every single day. And so you know, just big prayers, of course, for both of those churches, and as they continue, you know, helping and trying to heal some of the hurt that is being caused by this unnecessary war. And so we're actually going to I actually interviewed both of them on camera today, but instead of trying to make one really long video, I'm going to send you guys this out tonight, and then I'm going to edit both of those interviews separately, and then at some point, hopefully maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'll get around to posting those and letting you see those, because I'm gonna tell you, they're really powerful interviews. Again, just getting to hear their hearts and getting to hear their passion, and then also providing potential ways for us to be plugged in and helped. So if you would like to help out any of these organizations, we're accepting donations at PayPal at starbucked@hotmail.com. And my travel costs, because we've had some good donors, my travel costs have been covered. So any money that we get right now will go to these churches that we're visiting firsthand, or will be given to Polish Christian Ministries, whatever's remaining from that. So we were actually able to give a love offering to both of the churches today, just a small token to say that we appreciate what they're doing. Of course, we'd love to be able to provide them maybe with some more. So to just take from the kindness of your donations to make that happen. And then, of course, being part of Post Road Christian Church, also encourage you to give to Polish Christian Ministries. And we also have a couple of other different ones that the church recommends. So definitely give to them. 100% what's raised goes directly to those helping the refugees. So it's pretty cool. So tomorrow, I'm actually setting at a church that is called, I'm going to get this probably wrong, but Pavoski, it's going to be something like that. So I probably butchered that, but I'm actually going to go out there, and I'm going to kind of see a place that's here in Warsaw, but that is actually a really big church. And they're actually part of Polish Christian Ministries, but it's also to where they are heavily involved in helping refugees. They have refugees there all the time, and providing them different avenues of support. So I'm actually going to go out there tomorrow and work and actually get to meet some of the kind of the frontline people who are helping them. So I'm hoping to interview one or two people or more, and then just get to hear kind of what some of their thoughts are, and kind of struggles are, and then of course potentially ways that we can help. So I'm really excited about this. I mean, this has been a phenomenal trip so far. So again, I thank all of you guys for allowing this trip to be possible. I'm really excited. I got to get up here pretty early and head back out to go work at this missionary downtown. So love you guys. Thank you guys for all of you do for the East Side and beyond.